You sit down to study, determined that this time will be different, that this time you will stay focused, disciplined, and unstoppable. But within minutes, your mind begins to wander. Your phone starts calling your attention, and the hours slip away without progress, leaving you frustrated and questioning your own potential. And if this feels familiar, then what you are about to hear may change the way you approach, not only studying, but effort itself, because the truth is not that you lack intelligence or motivation. It is that you have been using time incorrectly, and time, when misunderstood, becomes your greatest enemy instead of your most powerful ally. And this is where the Pomodoro Technique enters, not as a simple timer method, but as a gateway to mastering your focus. Yet most people only scratch the surface of what it can truly do. They set a timer for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and repeat, hoping consistency alone will carry them to success. But exams are not conquered by routine alone. They are conquered by strategy, awareness, and adaptation. And the advanced version of this technique is built on a deeper realization that not all minutes are equal. And not all subjects demand the same mental energy. And if you treat every study session the same, you are silently limiting your own performance. Imagine instead that every study block becomes intentional, calculated, and aligned with the difficulty of what you are learning. Imagine understanding when your brain is sharpest, when it is fatigued, and how to use both states effectively. Because the real power of this method is not in the timer, but in the control it gives you over your attention. And attention is the currency of achievement. Wherever it flows, results follow. And when you begin to respect your attention, to guard it, to direct it with purpose, something begins to shift inside you. Studying no longer feels like a burden, but like a system you are learning to master. And mastery creates confidence, and confidence builds momentum, and momentum carries you forward even on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Because now you are no longer relying on how you feel. You are relying on a structure that works with your mind instead of against it. And this is where most students fail. Not because they are incapable, but because they never learn how to align their fighting with their mental rhythms. They push when they should pause. They pause when they should push. And slowly they burn out, believing the problem is within them, when in reality, the problem has always been the approach. And as you begin to understand this, a new question emerges, one that will define your results from this moment forward. What if the way you study is more important than how long you study? And what if a single focused hour could outperform 3 distracted ones? Because if that is true, then everything you thought you knew about productivity begins to change, and this is only the beginning of what you are about to discover. As you begin to experiment with this deeper approach, something unexpected happens. You realize that your mind is not a machine designed for endless repetition, but a dynamic system that responds to challenge, intensity, and recovery. And this realization becomes the turning point, because now you are no longer blindly following a fixed 25-minute rule. Instead, you are observing your own patterns, adjusting your intervals based on the true difficulty of what lies in front of you. And this is where the advanced Pomodoro method separates those who merely study from those who truly prepare. Because when you face an easy subject, something you already understand at a basic level, your mind does not require long periods of strain. It requires speed and reinforcement. So your sessions become shorter, sharper, more energetic, allowing you to cover more ground without draining your focus. But when you face something complex, something that resists understanding and forces you to think deeply, the rules change completely. Because depth cannot be rushed, and forcing yourself into short intervals during deep work can break your concentration just as it begins to build. And this is most students unknowingly sabotage themselves. They interrupt their own progress in the name of consistency, not realizing that true productivity demands flexibility. And so you begin to extend your sessions for harder subjects, allowing your mind to sink into the problem, to wrestle with it, to explore it without the pressure of an artificial limit. And yet even here, there is a hidden danger, because the deeper you go, the easier it becomes to lose track of your energy. And this is where the system reveals its most powerful secret, that rest is not a reward, but a requirement. And if you ignore it, your performance will silently decline, no matter how disciplined you believe you are. And this is where the suspense builds, because everything seems to be working. You feel more focused, more in control, more productive than ever before. But then suddenly, without warning, your mind slows down, your retention weakens, and the same material that once felt clear begins to feel heavy and confusing. And in that moment, many people make a critical mistake. They push harder. They extend their sessions even further, believing effort alone will break through the resistance. But what they do not realize is that they have crossed an invisible line, the point where effort stops being effective and starts becoming destructive. And this is the moment that defines whether you will succeed or burn out. Because the Advanced Pomodoro Technique is not just about working harder or longer. It is about knowing exactly when to stop, when to step away, when to allow your brain to reset so it can return stronger. And when you master this balance between intensity and recovery, something remarkable happens. Your study sessions begin to feel lighter, yet more powerful. Your understanding deepens faster, your memory becomes sharper, and the hours you invest begin to multiply in value, because now you are no longer fighting your mind, you are working in harmony with it. And that harmony is what transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. And yet there is still one final piece, one deeper layer that most people never reach, a layer that turns this method from a tool into a mindset. And once you see it, you will never approach studying the same way again. And this final layer is where everything comes together, where the technique evolves beyond time blocks and structured intervals and becomes a reflection of how you see yourself. Because at its core, the Advanced Pomodoro method is not just about managing minutes, it is about mastering identity. It is about becoming the kind of person who respects their own focus, who treats their attention as something valuable, something worth protecting and directing with intention. And when you reach this point, your relationship with studying changes in a profound way, because you are no longer chasing productivity as a temporary state. You are embodying it as a consistent standard. And this is where true transformation begins, because instead of asking how long you should study, you begin to ask how deeply you can engage. Instead of counting sessions, you begin to measure clarity, retention, and progress. And suddenly, the pressure to perform is replaced by a quiet confidence, the kind that comes from knowing you have a system that works, a system that adapts, a system that grows with you. And this confidence is not loud or dramatic. It is steady, grounded, and resilient, allowing you to face even the most difficult exams with a sense of control, because you understand something that many never realize, that success is not built in bursts of motivation, but in the quiet consistency of focused effort applied over time. And as you continue to refine this method, to adjust your intervals, to listen to your energy, to push when it matters and rest when it is needed, you begin to notice something powerful. Your mind becomes sharper, your discipline stronger, and your ability to concentrate extends far beyond studying into every area of your life. Because focus is a skill, and like any skill, it strengthens with intentional practice. And this is the true gift of what you are learning, not just better exam results, but a deeper sense of control over your own potential. And once you experience that, it becomes impossible to go back to the old way of doing things, the distracted way, the inconsistent way, the way that leaves you doubting yourself, because now you have seen what is possible when you align your effort with awareness, when you replace randomness with structure, and when you treat your time as something meaningful, instead of something to be spent carelessly. And his is where your journey truly begins, not at the start of a study session, but at the moment you decide to take ownership of how you think, how you focus, and how you grow. Because every exam you prepare for is not just a test of knowledge, it is a test of discipline, patience, and self-mastery. And with this advanced approach, you are no longer preparing alone. You are guided by a system that amplifies your effort and sharpens your mind. And if you commit to it fully, there is no limit to what you can achieve. No barrier that cannot be broken down into focus sessions, no challenge that cannot be approached with clarity and confidence. And that is the power you now hold. The power to turn time into progress, effort into mastery, and intention into results. And all that remains is for you to take action and begin, because everything you need is already within your reach, waiting for you to use it with purpose and discipline. And once you do, you will never cease studying the same way again. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.